Okay, so I have the pasta cooked and off to the side. I have my pasta water back there, and I have the Kerrygold butter and some olive oil that I've heated and melted the butter. So then I have our ingredients over here. We have our tomatoes. I found that I have a tomato paste open, so I'm going to use that. Just open the anchovy paste. I have my onions and garlic here. And then this is the capers, black olives, Spanish chopped onions, and the kalamata, and then the 2 grated cheeses. So we're going to start with the first item, which is the garlic and the onions. Get my spoon and get the rest of that out. Okay. And we're going to just saute that a little bit till it's tender. And we definitely are going to use that. We're going to definitely be using some of that. Oh, I left the wine, I think, over there. I did. So we're going to just saute this until this gets tender. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. So we're at medium heat. I could stick the anchovies in with this. Now this is a really salty dish. So you are definitely gonna, I would say you want like 2 teaspoons of the anchovies. If you were using fresh anchovies, the reason why I didn't use fresh anchovy is because if I open up a can, I'm the only person here that'll use them. I make pasta with anchovy all the time, it's really easy. But nobody else here likes them, so that's why I chose to use the paste and not open up a can. So you just saute the anchovy, and it's more like an umami flavor, and it's also very salty, just like the olives are, and the cheese is salty. So that's why we're going to use the white wine to cut some of that, because that has that more acidic, so that's going to cut some of the flavor of all that saltiness. You could put a squeeze of lemon in if you want at the end to add a little brightness when you get it on the plate, and you definitely want to save some cheese on the side, which I did to top it. Okay, now I'm gonna move this over a little bit because the paste from the tomato paste in the fridge was cold, so I want to heat it up a little bit before I get it in here with this. So I want to make sure that that gets a little warmth to it before I mix it in with the rest. I gotta get a GoPro, guys. That's my next investment that I want to make. I'm working on the kitchen, doing a bunch of stuff, but I do want to get a GoPro. Alright, so we want to get that a little bit hot and then incorporate that with the rest of this. Beautiful Kerrygold butter, organic olive oil, beautiful anchovies, garlic, and onion. If you notice, I am using only, this is actually chef's stainless steel pan. I don't use anything coated. I gave up on all the coated pans. I gave them all away. I'm going to add our tomatoes now. I'm trying to stay away from anything plastic. I'm sticking with all glass. All the wooden spoons, you can find these. These are great. These are called spurtles, and you can find them, a set of these on QVC. You can also find a set, they're kind of just straight. This one is awesome for like chopping meat and getting stuck things off the pan. You can find these at QVC. All right, I'm going to turn that up a little bit more now that the moisture of the tomatoes are in there. Turn that up a little bit more again. So these are great. They're wooden, and they're like lifetime guarantee. They're a great product. All right, so now I'm going to add in all of our capers, olives, and all that. And then we're going to incorporate all that. You could add fresh basil, fresh parsley, whatever you like. I'm just going to do straight up what's here. I do have some fresh basil in a squeeze tube. I could add some of that, but I am gonna have to grab the wine. So I left that over there. So I'm gonna grab that. And when the cheese is going, this smells fantastic. You gotta be an olive fan. You got the capers are a juniper berry, so they're very excuse me, salty also. I gotta grab the wine over here. Sorry about that, giving you guys a whiplash. All right, so I'm gonna pour in about 1/4 cup of wine and turn that up a little bit. So that's gonna give it another depth of flavor. I personally would add some white port to this also. I do have that in my wine refrigerator, but I didn't pull it out. And I would have put that in a separate little cup and had that come to room temperature instead of adding it cold. And now I'm going to add the pasta water. Add about half of that, 3/4 of a cup. Let that come to a simmer. And then I'm going to get a spoon and taste this. See what, if it needs anything. No, it's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. So now I'm gonna throw in our cheese, and then I'm gonna see, and that is that mix of Grana Padano and Parmigiano Reggiano, and that's just gonna give it a little bit more of a depth, and it's gonna thicken it up a little bit, which we can still thin it out with the rest of that pasta water. Now, because our pasta is cooked al dente, I have it right here. But that is still hot. Right into the sauce. And like I said, I only cooked a half of a package. And we're gonna smush this around in here. This was the best meal that I had. Hey Zeke, what did mommy cook? This was the best meal that I had in Rome, and I had fried artichokes, fried fresh artichokes with this. It was absolutely delicious. So now I would plate something like this because you have so many beautiful colors. I have a couple different pasta like dishes for pasta, not pasta dishes. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more of that pasta water. And then I'm going to actually add a little bit more of the wine. Just to give it, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Give it a little more flavor. And I'm going to use the spoon for a sec here. Incorporate all the stuff from the side. So guys, that looks really, really good. And then I'm gonna put it on a final plate and top it off and show you guys how great it looks with a glass of wine, that final topping on the top of that last bit of cheese that I saved, and I'll show you guys on the plate. All right, I hope that we get to do this live one day with a recipe follow along. Thank you.